I think this week I'm going to do a YouTube video channel review on my channel, Ebonygeek45. Hello, this is Ebonygeek45 and I'm voicing this video on behalf of Tippy Stalks. And today, what we're going to do is open up that big old can of worms of actually doing my own YouTube video channel review. Starting off, I want to say that the way I built up my channel, I was focused on actually getting all of the videos that I wanted out. I didn't care about subscribers. I didn't care about view time. I just wanted to get my own videos out so that other people who are interested in the electronics are doing the Uno, the C++ programming, and the stuff that I'm interested in, which is going to be including some commentaries later on. They can actually see my videos, and I wasn't caring about ad tags or marketing or anything like that, but now I am. But that causes a lot of problems because my channel here is not set up for marketing for YouTube at all. So let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to pick a video real quick. Just off the top of my head, I'm going to grab one that doesn't have any kind of marketing information. Basically to show you how I was doing it before I started helping Tippy and before I got involved with Social Geek 45, our Facebook group. And if you want to get involved with that Facebook group and join some discussions, go ahead and meet us on Facebook at Social Geek 45. Again, I am Ebonygeek45. I hope that you'll find my videos interesting and go ahead and click that subscribe button because I really do need the subscriptions. Who doesn't want to have a lot of subscriptions and a lot of view time to show how much good you're doing in the YouTube community? If you could also take a look at Tippy's thoughts, Tippy's YouTube tips. She is the person to get all of these videos prepared and posted the right way for you. So back to what we was doing, I'm going to pick this one right here for the video review. So what I was doing even at that point was I knew to get the title to be descriptive of what the video is about. That wasn't a problem for me. I had a couple ideas on what to do, but there are some things that I was very not good with, and we're going to go over it. Going to the description here, we're going to click on it. As you can see, it doesn't really go with my 3-line rule. It is like 2 1/4 line, but I did get at least that in. Your description should be at least 3 lines, but it should be a lot longer than that because it should have a summary of what your video is about down here, loaded with keywords about what your video is about. What that does is the keywords, which is the tags here, so let's start calling them tags, Ebonygeek45. Okay, you want your tags to work with your description and your title in order to get your video ranked. So you want to have a summary here. They give you ample space here to have your summary, then to have your links that you will have if you want to do affiliate linking, which is another way to make money with your YouTube videos. You could add your affiliate link there, your website there, and most importantly, you want to put a summary filled with the tags that you use that's related all to your video. You want to make your title the first part of your description. So did not do a good job with that, so I'm going to go ahead and go over to the tags. The tags are related to the video, but a lot of these tags are very broad. These tags need to be made more specific to what this video is about so that it can narrow down to my targeted audience, to get my videos in front of the people who could use the information that I'm providing and actually like these kind of videos. That's what you are looking for. That's why you want to get specific tags related to this video so that you could get your targeted audience so that they will subscribe because they like what they saw and they went right to the right video. So my tags are lacking. Let's go ahead and click the button. And as I thought, now one of these tags are ranking. They're really not matching the description at all as I'm looking through it. So the tags aren't doing me any good. The only tag that's good here is Ebonygeek45. And it's not even ranking because I wasn't using the tags in the other videos as much as I could have. I did a pretty bad job with the tags. So far, the tally is, the description needs to be changed, the tags need to be more specific and updated. So let's go up to the best practices. Most of my videos are not shared on Twitter or Facebook, but they are in Google Plus, and that's because Google Plus automatically uploaded it and not anything that I did. But the problem with Google Plus is they don't have the hashtags that's going to get them searched in Google Plus. So that's another thing that I'm going to have to go into in order to get the reach that I want to within Google Plus. But then I'm going to have to go into Twitter and Facebook and start sharing these, but I'm going to have to get the video updated and working before I can do that. As far as comments, it's real easy to do. Again, that's something that I wasn't doing at that point. I did harder because I do love when I do get comments. This particular video, I had a troll that just attacked the way I pronounce the word. And if you don't like the way I speak or pronounce my words on my videos, the thing is you don't have to look at them. But I do want you to look at them, so what you can do is you can actually go ahead and turn the volume down if it's that irritating. And the thing about it is we do like our videos to be watched and everything like that, but at the same time you got to remember a creator is making these videos. We do have feelings too. Most things don't bother me. It didn't bother me. I actually found it funny, and if you want to see how I handled the troll, go ahead and click on this video. The replies are all there. But at the same time, you have new YouTube creators such as Tippy, and the reason why she doesn't want to voice the videos is because she saw these comments when she was helping me with these videos. And of course, nobody want to be attacked. Her accent is completely different than mine, but she figured they'll find something wrong with that too. So in order to help her get all information that's going to help new YouTubers, I voice her videos. So that's one of the reasons why you'll hear me voicing Tippy's videos and not Tippy herself. One more point about when you get trolls is don't give them any extra attention if you're a sensitive person and you're sensitive about your videos. Me, things don't bother me as much, so I pretty much like a challenge, so that's why I went after the troll. Pretty much if they are too silly, I'm just going to block them, or otherwise just leave the comment up and ignore it. So that's how I handle trolls. So in any case, what I would do, because I don't want to pin those comments because they were completely silly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in. I'm going to make a comment out of the description that I'm going to have to redo. Just a simple 1-2 line comment. Then I will go ahead and throw a heart on it and a thumbs up and pin it, and that'll satisfy that. As far as the other things go, they'll be taken care of with the rest of the things that I do. I do want to add that you want to add info cards to your video as well. That's something simple that you could do for your YouTube videos, and I'll go over that later. As far as thumbnails go, I would say that the thumbnails that I did was not right, because pretty much the thumbnails was the screen that you're seeing here. What I find for thumbnails is to have a nice screenshot of what your videos is about. I'm going to scroll down to some of my videos. And here you're seeing the multimeter, you're seeing the circuit board. So this would be good as a thumbnail as opposed to something like this, which is your brand. Your brand could go on your websites and places that you want to see your brand, but for your thumbnails, you want the viewer to see what they'll be getting into and what they'll be seeing as far as your videos go. So that's what you want them to see, something that's going to grab their interest and get them to look at the video instead of your brand, because if they're seeing a whole lot of your brands, they're not going to click on it. They're not going to know what's inside your videos. Whereas if they're seeing this particular picture right here, thumbnail like this, then they'll see what it is, and that might entice them to go ahead and click on your video because it looks interesting. So let's go ahead and continue on. Surprisingly enough, I did get a like. I don't have any mentions of it on Twitter because I never marketed it on Twitter, which is a big oops for me. But now that I know at this time to market your videos in order to extend the reach of your videos, I'm going to be doing that. So going up to the SEO, I'm not surprised to see that there's not much good going on up there because of the sorry state of the description and the title and the tags. Those need to be worked on in order to get your ranking up. The next thing we're going to go ahead and do is review my channel. So home, of course, take care of itself, so we don't have to worry about that. Videos take care of themselves too as you add them. And I have about 160, 50 videos to go through and redo the marketing, the tags, the description. So it's going to be a big job, but I'm going to get to it. One thing I did do is for certain ones, I did add a playlist for them. So I did add a pretty good amount of playlists here. I'm not going to click on here because my computer is running slow. So let's go ahead and click on channels. My subscriptions are public. I value the people I subscribe to, and I want to let them know that I help subscribe to them. So my subscriptions are public. That's one thing I do believe in. It's like a badge of honor. When I do get everything set up the way I want it to, I'm going to be adding featured subscribers, and it'll go over the descriptions that I want to point out or bring more of a focus to. My discussions, as you can see, is blank. I have reason to believe that discussions is going to be phased off for something called community. Tippy has been doing a better job at that than I have. So going back to my about page, and in my about page, I do have a better description than I do for my actual videos. So the about page is pretty good. I do have to update it as to some of the things I've started doing since I did this description, but it's pretty good. And my links are here, and they connect directly with my social link bar up here, and this was just recently done, and I have to update it more because it's not looking quite the way I want it to look. What I have to also do for my description is update it and fill it with tags so that I can actually update the tags for my overall channel. Remember, this is the description for your overall channel. My channel art is not as great as it can be. That's going to be updated. I'm just planning out how I want it to look. My sister told me that I should put my picture up, and I did it with a software called GIMP, and I used this type of background because that's the type of background that's on two of my books that I wrote. So I'm working on the branding and the coloring, because when you keep that kind of theme in mind, then your branding becomes apparent to people. Which, by the way, I have done a book about this project here for my LED cube. I do want to hop back here because we missed a step, so let's go ahead and click on the video again, because I do have one more thing to show you that I did wrong. So let's go ahead and click on it. Number one wrong thing: when you have a splash screen, you don't want to just hop into the splash screen, because what you're going to do is you may lose the viewer that you have because you didn't have anything to entice them to look into the video before your splash screen came up. So that's one thing that I did really want to point out. If I would have started it from like here and explained what I was actually doing and said what the end result was, then it would have been a lot better to put that right in the front and then come into the splash screen. And make sure your splash screen is not too long, which is another thing. My splash screen was way too long. Make sure it's short and it's interesting and it's kind of descriptive. But I do want to keep my branding on my splash screens. A lot of people actually put a clip of what the end result is, then they flash to the flash screen, and then they go into the video, and that would be a good idea as well. The updates to my channel is coming up. For the most part, my videos are functional. It's just that I have to get back and do all that updating. With that, I'm going to say this is Ebonygeek45 voicing this video on behalf of Tippy's Thoughts. Happy marketing of your YouTube videos and your YouTube channel. Today is a great day to learn something, and bye-bye.